Hour Special Edition.
You're watching the News Hour. My name is Pranesh. Viewers, we are in the thick of election campaigning with top leaders of political parties crisscrossing the country to woo the voters. Understandably, the political temperature is witnessing a spike. But what is concerning is that it is accompanied by political discourse hitting new lows every day. After a series of open threats to voters and leaders alike, now India bloc leaders have resorted to earning personal attacks and ridiculing the Prime Minister for performing puja underwater. Rahul Gandhi was in Pune yesterday where he mocked the Prime Minister, terming his underwater prayer at the submerged city of Dwarka a drama. According to him, what the Prime Minister did amounted to making a joke of politics, Rajniti ka mazak. So according to Rahul, PM's devotion is mazak. This is what he said.
मगर बीजेपी 24 घंटा डिस्ट्रैक्शन करने में लगी रहती है। कभी प्रधानमंत्री समुद्र के नीचे चले जाते हैं, कभी आसमान में सी प्लेन पे चले जाते हैं, मगर जो मुद्दे हैं उनके बारे में ना प्रधानमंत्री ना बीजेपी बात करती है।
वो अखबार में लिख रहे थे राहुल गांधी अमेठी और रायबरेली से चुनाव नहीं लड़ेगा। अब मैं रायबरेली से चुनाव लड़ रहा हूं, बिल्कुल चुप हो गए। तो वो कभी नरेंद्र मोदी, कभी पाकिस्तान की बात करेगा, कभी समुद्र के नीचे जाके मतलब ड्रामा करेगा। और मतलब आपने देखा, पता नहीं देखा, मतलब समुद्र के नीचे जाके बिल्कुल डरा हुआ था कि भैया कुछ हो ना जाए यहाँ पे। तो मजाक बना रखा है राजनीति का।
Now, this is not the first time that Rahul Gandhi has targeted the Prime Minister for his underwater puja. He did it last month too, which was followed by a blistering counter by Prime Minister Modi himself. The Prime Minister said Rahul was mocking his puja for vote bank politics.
भगवान श्री कृष्ण वाली द्वारिका है, वो उस किसी जमाने में पानी में डूब गई, वो पानी के नीचे है। उस द्वारिका के उन पत्थरों को स्पर्श करके आशीर्वाद लेने के लिए मैं वहां गया, लेकिन कांग्रेस के शाहजादे ने उसका भी मजाक उड़ाया। और मैं तो हैरान हूं, ये उत्तर प्रदेश में सपा के ठेकेदार जो खुद को यदि वंशी बताते हैं, ये श्री कृष्ण की मजा उड़ाने वालों ने बेइज्जती करने वालों की आरती उतार रहे हैं।
Viewers, as the BJP stepped up its attack on Rahul Gandhi, branding him anti-Hindu, another India bloc leader, RJD's Tejaswi Yadav, Lalu's son, made a shocking comment on not just Sanatan Dharma, but armed forces, mentioning the Prime Minister, the President, the Chief Ministers and the governors. Tejaswi Yadav gave a communal spin to the three armed forces chief. Listen to him.
प्रधानमंत्री हमारे सनातन धर्म के, राष्ट्रपति सनातन धर्म के, तीनों सेना के अध्यक्ष सनातन धर्म के, सब मुख्यमंत्री सनातन धर्म के, हर प्रदेश के हर गवर्नर सनातन धर्म के, फिर भी कह रहे सनातन ही खतरे में। कैसे रे भाई? अरे सब ठग लोग हैं, ये लोग समाज को बांट करके राज करना चाहता है, इसलिए इनके झांसे में नहीं आना है। बीजेपी का मतलब है बड़का झूठा पार्टी।
The Prime Minister hit back at Rahul Gandhi and Tejaswi Yadav and said that India bloc leaders have now started counting Hindus and Muslims in forces, asserting that those who take a bullet on their chest for the sake of the country are Indians first.
कांग्रेस आरजेडी के इरादों को बेनकाब किया है, तो ये लोग बौखला गए हैं। अब आरजेडी ने ये गिनना शुरू कर दिया है कि सेना में कौन हिंदू है, कौन मुसलमान है। मां भारती की रक्षा के लिए जो सीने पर गोली खाता है, वो पहले भारतीय होता है। और ये आरजेडी के लोग उसे हिंदू मुसलमान की नजर से देखते हैं। हिंदू मुसलमान का बंटवारा करने वालों को पूछना चाहता हूं, क्या अब्दुल हमीद जी को हम इस शर्त इसलिए याद करते हैं क्योंकि वो मुसलमान थे? देश सब देख रहा है।
तेजस्वी यादव को क्या हो गया है? राहुल गांधी की तरह माओवादी इस वक्त उन पर भी हावी हो गई है। क्या सेना के प्रमुख को राजनीति के अखाड़े में फुटबॉल बनाएंगे? वो हार रहे हैं, हताश हैं तो कुछ भी बोल देंगे। एपीजे कलाम को देश का राष्ट्रपति किसने बनाया था? अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी ने ना। सवाल है, ये लोग सनातन का यही सम्मान करते हैं कि वोट बैंक के लिए निमंत्रण के बावजूद प्रभुराम के मंदिर के उद्घाटन में नहीं गए। वो या लालू जी या सोनिया जी या राहुल जी या खड़गे जी, इसे कहते हैं सनातन विरोधी।
Today, the anti-Hindu, anti-Sanatan chehra and face of the Congress party has been exposed yet again. On the one hand, the Prime Minister, being a devoted Krishna Bhakt, goes to Dwarka and offers the puja archana under the sea. And on the other hand, Rahul Gandhi mocks it and calls it drama. This is not the first time he has mocked Krishna Bhakti. He has done it over and over again. He's a serial offender. They say Sanatan Samapt Karo. They say Ramji's existence is not there. They oppose Ram Mandir. They are not just now coming up with Muslim League manifesto, but the manifestation anti-Hindu hatred in their manifestation is now obvious.
Let's open this up. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. Ratan Sharda, author, analyst. Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni. Kamruzaman Chaudhary, of political analyst. We have Professor Anwar Pasha, national spokesperson of the RJD. Tariq Khan, the national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, completes the panel. Tariq Khan, I want to start by asking you, do you condemn what Tejaswi Yadav said and did?
He said that in case we have all our top leader as a Sanatani, what effort we have, why we are spreading, why we are saying that there is a Sanatan is in danger. So what's wrong in that? What he's saying?
No.
He just said,
You tell me, sir. What are what is the link between what has been said about Sanatan and the Sanatan slander has been going on for a long time? Why drag in service chiefs in it? What is the connection? Why are we trying to inject religion into our forces?
okay, the Prime Minister is not injecting religion in politics. Every day he speaks Muslim, Hindu, and whatever he wants to speak. Who said that in case India Alliance will come in power, they'll finish?
Tariq Khan, you're a responsible man. Tell me, sir. No, Tariq Bhai, tell me. When the army chief is selected, is the religion seen? When the IAF chief is selected, is the religion? No, you tell me. Why should you be injecting the communal narrative into this? Why drag forces into politics?
It's just making a confidence in the Sanatan Dharma, in the people of the nation, that there is no need to worry, because everybody who's ruling everywhere is just Sanatani.
But our forces are above religion. Let's not inject religious. No, 1 minute, sir. It is a disservice. I'll tell you. Let the soldier on the panel speak. Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni will just tell you why this is wrong, why what Tejaswi said is wrong, and why your defense does not add up.
Pradesh, thank you. I think it's highly incorrect because the armed forces are apolitical, they're secular, and to them, religion does not matter. It is very important that the territorial integrity and the sovereignty of the nation is what it is. We have a national integration school in Pune where we train all our religious teachers. We don't have a religious school. It's a national integration school which is there to train all of them. In 1971 war, the chief of the army staff was a Parsi. You had the chief of staff of the Eastern Command, a Jew. You had the army command, the Eastern Command, a Sikh. You had the defense minister who was a Hindu. How does it? It doesn't. We are not here defenders of religion. We are here as defenders of the country. We all belong to the country. Religion plays no role. structured committee decided to tell that, yes, please tell us how many are there. We refused. We don't want to tell anybody. All of us are one. For us, it's Naam, Namak, Nishan. For us, it is Mandir, Masjid, Gurudwara, Girjaghar. It is not like that. I think it's very essential for all politicians to keep the armed forces away from their discussion. Let not the armed forces be dragged into it. How does it matter? The chief can be a Sikh, the chief can be a Christian, the chief can be a Muslim, anybody and everyone. They have been. They don't depend. They don't have to be a Sanatani to defend Sanatani. We don't understand all this. It is unfair, and nobody, I would say nobody, should at all drag in. We draw strength in the armed forces from our warriors. You'll find the Maratha troops saying Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj ki jai. We'll be saying Bajrang Bali ki jai. Somebody will say Kalika Mata ki jai. Somebody will say Veer Madrasi, Adikul, Adikul. All of it is always there. We draw strength. We greet each other, Jai Hind. We greet each other, Ram Ram. We greet each other for various other regimental meetings. It doesn't matter at all. And all of them are one. I don't think we should, and not at all must we defend. Just look at you, Pranesh, how you addressed him. You say, how do you call him, Khan Saab? Look at the way, and look at the speakers openly saying, "Are ye kya hai, kaisa hai?" It doesn't look nice. He's the Prime Minister of this nation. You have to address with respect. You can disagree with him. I do not agree with a word you say, but I defend your right to say it. But have the desire and inbuilt love and affection for the nation. That's very important.
Well said, General Saab. The Prime Minister in the past has gone, so far as to say that you can ridicule me, abuse me, but do not malign our forces. Don't use derogatory language for them. Professor Pasha of the RJD is with us. Professor Pasha, why is your party and India Alliance now trying to communalize forces, sir? Why drag in forces into politics?
I think it is just opposite. Not it is RJD or we who is polarizing this election. The world knows. You go through the world media, you will know what world media is saying about the rhetorics that our Prime Minister is making.
Professor Pasha, I am not talking about the elections. I am talking about the armed forces. I am talking about the armed forces.
You have asked question and you should have patience.
No, but you're not answering my question, sir.
I'm asking. I'm telling you. I'm replying your question only. Don't get panic. This is you, your media, and Prime Minister and BJP who is communalizing the nation. Every day there is a communal rhetoric from Prime Minister, from BJP leaders. Is it not true? Who is communalizing? Who is communalizing? Our army has been a secular, out and out secular army.
Then why was Tejasvi Yadav? Why was Tejasvi Yadav talking about religion, Sanatan? Why? Why, Professor Pasha?
But is it not true that the army officers, the generals, after retirement, they join BJP? They join BJP.
So nothing stops them from joining a party.
Is it not communalization?
No. Are you telling me, Professor Pasha? Are you telling me? No. 1 minute. If Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, who's on the show, 1 minute, Professor Pasha, listen. Don't talk over me, sir. I'm asking you. 1 minute. We can have this conversation, without the shouting and talking over each other. Professor Pasha, please. I respect you, sir. I just want you to answer one question. 1 minute.
He never goes to celebrate.
Professor Pasha, sir, don't force me to put your fader down. Just answer one question. Are you saying if Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, who's on the panel, if General Saab wants to join the RJD tomorrow, if it comes to that, will you not take him?
It shows.
Or will it be will he not be secular if he joins the RJD?
But today, I'm sorry to say, BJP is even communalizing army as well. There are lots of proofs.
What are you doing?
Lots of proofs.
Okay, let's bring in the BJP spokesperson Sanju Verma. Respond to that.
To communalize even army, and this is very.
Pranesh, I have not heckled anyone. I refuse to.
Faders down. One person speaks. Sanju Verma speaking.
Thank you, Pranesh. First and foremost, I would like to corroborate what Sanjay Kulkarni ji has said. There is a manner and a mode of addressing the sitting Prime Minister. This particular clip has gone viral on social media where Rahul Gandhi is saying this about the Prime Minister, and I'm quoting him ad verbatim. For the benefit of your audience, let your audience judge. ये जो नरेंद्र मोदी है ना, ये अभी डर चुका है. ये मोदी अभी थर-थर कांप रहा है, और जब ये नरेंद्र मोदी थर-थर कांपने लगता है, तब ये कभी चीन की बात करता है, कभी ये पाकिस्तान की बात करता है। पर दोस्तों एक बात समझ लो, इस बार ये मोदी बचकर नहीं निकल पाएगा। This is the level of public discourse by Rahul Gandhi, who is supposedly the PM aspirant of the ... alliance, who supposedly says, मैं नफरत के बाजार में मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने आया हूं। राहुल गांधी जी, आपकी मोहब्बत की दुकान का क्या ये एक बेहतरीन नमूना है? आप रोजाना प्राइम मिनिस्टर को गालियां देते हो, एंड देन यू से दैट आई एम हियर टू ensure that we are secular, we are not communal, we are not polarizing the narrative, so on and so forth. Very quickly now, let me get political because this is a political debate. Please remember that in Tamil Nadu, just prior to the Tamil Nadu assembly elections in 2021, it was Dravidian versus non-Dravidian narrative which the Congress was peddling. Prior to the West Bengal assembly elections in 2021, the Congress was peddling the Matua and Rajbangshi versus the non-Matua Dalit community narrative. Prior to the UP assembly elections in 2022, the Congress started peddling Yadav versus non-Yadav OBC narrative. Haryana में जब भी चुनाव होता है, the Congress peddles Jat versus non-Jat narrative. In Goa 2022 assembly elections, the Congress was peddling the Mahar and Chamar versus the non-Mahar, non-Chamar Dalit narrative. Prior to the Karnataka assembly elections in 2023, the Congress started peddling the Lingayat versus Vokaligga narrative. Then in Rajasthan assembly elections last year, just a few months back, they started peddling the Gujjar versus non-Gujjar narrative. In Maharashtra, every time you will see the Congress peddles the Maratha versus non-Maratha narrative, the Kunbi versus non-Kunbi narrative. तो कहने का तात्पर्य ये है, my limited point is this: the same Rahul Gandhi who has an opinion on everything under the sun. I will finish in 20 seconds. राहुल गांधी के मुंह में फेविकॉल लग गया था, सोनिया गांधी के मुंह में फेविकॉल लग गया था, प्रियंका वड्रा के मुंह में फेविकॉल लग गया था when a few months back Congress's biggest alliance partner, DMK's head honcho and the current chief minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin's son Udayanidhi Stalin,
absolutely,
in a public display of bigotry said, Sanatan Dharma is equal to dengue, malaria, rabies, COVID, और प्रियंक खड़गे, Mallikarjun Kharge के सपुत्र, who's also a minister in the Karnataka cabinet.
It's all on record. It's all on record. But I have a larger question. Apart from what you've just said, Sanju Verma, while, netas across parties can indulge in politics, why are they dragging in forces? And to answer Professor Pasha's point, the ex-army chief, General Deepak Kapoor, Lieutenant General R.K. Huda, Lieutenant General V.K. Narula, you had Major General Sadbir Singh Chaudhary, and all the others, Colonel Rohit Chaudhary, they all joined Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra. What does that tell you?
They joined Yatra.
No, 1 minute. Is that not a political event? What, Rahul Gandhi is what? Is he a constitutional figure? Rahul Gandhi is member of the Congress party. Professor Pacha, stop maligning our braves, whether serving or retired. That does not change. Please do not do this disservice. I am not going to allow. No, do not do this, sir. You can abuse the politicians, abuse them, and they will come back at you. Do not drag our forces into all of this. Ratan Sharda, I quickly want your view on this. Then we are moving on to some breaking inputs we are tracking.
You are making them communal.
Remember, Congress spokesperson had called army chief a gunda. Remember that. And people are laughing at Dwarka should realize that the first thing that Arjun Singh did as HRD minister was stop the research on Saraswati River because it was debunking the Aryan invasion theory. Even so, not only that, now this particular ninth pass banda, Yadav, talks about Sanatan and jokes about Sanatan. He calls himself Yaduvanshi. So Yaduvanshi or Sanatani or not, and his only life success is based on splitting Hindu votes into Yadavs and Muslim votes. He's talking of secularism. As far as army is concerned, they have got Maulis, they have got Padris, they have got priests in their regiments who serve the army, who serve the local Jawans. Jawans are happily following the religion, but when it comes to nation first, they say Bharat Mata ki Jai, they say Jai Hind, and give their life for the nation, to make them sound like politicians is most condemnable in any political event where the reason drag these people into this particular debate. Now, coming to why Hindus are afraid, why people are saying Sanatan in danger, let me look at some of the things. When Hindus are turned into minority, like Kashmir, they are thrown out of Kashmir. When Hindus are in minority, Pakistan is created, Bangladesh is created, Afghanistan is created, while minority Hindus are thrown out and our people oppose CA. When they are in lower number in Bengal, they are not allowed to perform their festivals, they are not allowed to take out their processions. When their festivals need protection, but minority doesn't need protection. There are tens and thousands of things I can count. A priest is arrested because taking Dakshina, that is also celebrated. So when these things happen to Hindus, naturally Hindus feel that when they turn minority, when they turn in lower number, they are in danger.
Okay, I'm afraid I'll have to move on. Gentlemen and Sanju Verma, ma'am, we are tracking some big breaking updates from Karnataka. I'll have to suspend this debate and, go to that with our reporters. I thank all of you for joining us. Sorry, Kamruzaman ji, I couldn't come to you. Tariq bhai, we'll do this next time. News just coming.